Hello, Divine Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine with a daily reading Sunshine Report for 11/29. Special. It seems like we got another 11. 2 and 9 together makes 11. And 2018 makes 11. So we got an 11, 11, and 11. Okay, all together. So let's just check right on in. No ranting. Let's just kind of find out. Clear. What's going on for today's energy. So this is for the Divine Feminine, what's in her heart space. Okay, I'm not seeing something, but if you did, you'll come back out. Okay, I see something else too, but we'll see that. What's in her mind space. Okay, yeah, that's the what's in the Divine Masculines. Oh, it came out for him. Okay. And what in his heart space, and what is in the Divine Masculine's mind space. Okay, I gotta get these cards in order. Gotta kind of go through them a little bit. Okay. All right. Clarifiers. That one. Clear. Claire, can you clarify this card for me, please? Thank you. Can you clarify this one? Oh, sorry. That's one. Can you clarify this one? Helps you come out. Can you clarify? Ooh. Okay, can you clarify this one? Can you clarify this one? Can you clarify this one? Sorry, I just lost concentration. One, pay attention. And can you clarify this one? Wonderful. Okay, all right. Thank you for your patience. Thank you so very much for you all subscribing. My subscribers are going up, and so I thank you for the new ones that's in, and they just saying love you, love you, love you so much for making that choice. Me, my lips dry. Making that choice of coming to my channel to listen to my reading. So I'm very humbled by that. So opening my heart chakra and just saying just thank you for that. Just very grateful for that. So now let's go into the Divine Feminine about what she is. 3 cards for you and 1 card for this one. For the Divine Feminine. Okay, sweet spot. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now with the Divine Feminine, looks like you're a little bit more up than usual. Excuse me for 1 second. I don't want stuff falling off the edge. Okay. Oh. Aha. Oh, at 3:33 it fell. Aha. Ain't that interesting? Okay. There we go. Looked like it was like, down. Okay, so now. That was interesting. 3:33. Okay, reconciliation. So someone from your past is returning to your life. I can feel my eyes doing interesting already. So let me get this on and popping. I can't see already. Is this try? No. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. Okay. Aha. Did you say she's got the glasses on? Yes. All right, cool. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, so again, this right here is the Divine Feminine. She's feeling that the Divine Masculine, some of you all, he's coming back in the 3D. This is the physical him. Instead of you in the dream space, this is her if it was Divine Masculine reading. For him on his end, and he said, I was saying she's more so him looking at her through the spirit. But this right here is his. I'm hearing the song, On the Wings of Love, don't need the 2 of us together flying high. On the wings of love. So this part right here is pretty much you kind of whatever some of these divine feminines in their heart space, they just really can feel that this divine masculine is coming home soon. I don't know why I seen like a tattoo right here with like a circle with a symbol. I don't know. This might be for one of them. I don't know where I picked that up. Does any of you all's divine masculine got a tattoo right here? This might be for you on the shoulder, something of this similar. I keep on seeing it with a circle or something. This really is reading this for you. Don't ask me that. Somebody up here, chest part, upper chest. If he's got one there, this is you. Okay, somebody say that's me. That's me. So right now you want reconciliation with your divine masculine. That is on there because right now you saying this is like a never-ending story. I'm tired of this woe is me kind of attitude with little tattered wings. I want to fly, like I say, on the wings of love. I want to fly on love thing on the clouds, flying high together, you and I. You know, the hourglass. You know, it's like it's time for love. And you know you really want to cross that finish line. So right now you just really saying I'm at the point that I'm tired of this kind of never ending story. Got a fork of the road kind of feeling again. It could go another way. Is that you know it's time for it to end. It is coming to an end, and so that's why you're saying you can feel it in your heart that reconciliation is coming soon. Okay, now make the effort. For this one, we have make the effort. So you're feeling in right now, the divine feminine is thinking, I think this is the other day, same thing, that you want to make the effort because you figure if you make the effort, some kind with that energy is going to cause for the divine masculine to actually react. This is right here. This is clarifying by the face because right now you feeling some stuff is really aligning. Like this is really divine time and it is at work for some of you all divine feminines in your mind space. You feeling like stuff is really lining up. You doing the work. You really becoming into a new creature. I'm seeing that she looks like she's getting in with nature, communing with nature. Just really getting it in tune with who her natural self, that's what nature is coming to me, just who she is, her divine nature, and so that's all coming together. So the fate, so in order for her to make that effort, she's feeling that coming along. To be fair, you said you kind of really weighing your options. You know, you kind of balancing the scales there as well. And so that's really helping you to know to become more wiser because we got the owl there crossing the finish line, having new horizons. So really some of you all are really divine feminines. You're balancing your divine masculine and your divine feminine, and you're balancing both of those energies pretty well. You're becoming very wise into this understanding so you can make sure that this occurrence of this event does happen with you making the effort, that the fates do line up, and so when you do decide to step out there, you really come in there with a balanced self. Okay. Next thing you have in your mind space is playfulness. Again, you just really saying I'm going with the flow right now. You really understanding that. So in order for you to go for the flow, so he could be open and receptive to it. You really kind of doing more of the work or the clinging on. He's looking at you. He's not pushing you away. It's like, okay, he's looking at you saying, okay, let's kind of just see where this go. We just gonna go back and forth. Back and forth. I see she's kind of, you know, clinging on to me, and I ain't like beforehand. I would have that awkward kind of hold on her, saying, I don't know, is that right? No, that ain't there. I thought it was in there. I sure was peeking to see. He's not feeling that. He's really open and really into you. This is different than in the past when y'all play. It just be you, and then, you know, sometimes he would say, okay, I'll go on here and play back with you because I don't want you to feel like you out there. Like he felt bad, like you out there by yourself playing, so you know, I guess I'll go and be nice and play back. No, this is a mutual swinging back and forth like a pendulum. I swing like tennis. You throw the ball, I throw it back. Toss, you know, going back and forth. Okay, and like on the tennis court, it's not just one doing all the effort, it's both, and that's the same thing. So that's funny. And here he's doing the hugging and holding on. Here it will make the effort, and you say you hope that happens in return. And then this one here, you are clinging on to him, and he's just open with it. So both of you are feeling that balance to be fair, that's going to happen on both sides. Okay, and you got soulmates that's in reverse. You got the fork of the road. Some of you all are feeling that, you know, I'm gonna keep it really light. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna go with the flow, because I don't really know if he's really in that soulmate energy. I don't know where he is, so I'm gonna really play it really safe. As far as I'm gonna put forth the effort, but I ain't gonna put like the pedal to the metal, kind of like all the way full. Some of you all, the others, divine feminines in your mind space, is like, I know he's my soulmate. I'm going to go ahead and just go with the flow. I think it's worth the risk. I see where this is going. So this is what kind of your mind space that you're in right now. And you know what I told you about the penguins mate for life. So wherever they are with that, that's it. So they tell Shaniqua she could go on kick rocks, because right now this is what I am in. You know, I know this is it. This is my love, my heart, my all in all. Well, you say, you are my first, my last, my everything. He gets that. He understands that. Okay. In the divine masculine's heart space is very soon. It say, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So right now he's at the point that he's really knowing, I got to make some kind of decision very soon. The time of the essence is now. He's feeling too, just like you saying, the fates are lining this up. You know, the hourglass saying it's time to love. You know, you at the point that you're saying you want to be on the wings of love. And he doesn't know, I'm picking this up as well too. He doesn't know who in his wings of love you want to go flying off with. If it's his, some of you all, or is it actually him, that somebody else that you want to, or is this like an actual soul mate, or are you actually waiting on your unisoul counterpart to do that as well? So you got that. So very clearly he's got to decide. So he's really thinking. He's really giving serious thought to this thinking process. He's got to make this thing very soon. And he's really, like I said, he's very focused on it. You got the number 44, so he's really getting, I think, for me, when I see 44, he is really getting double grounded into this, getting really rooted into, you know, okay, let's really look into where's my feelings lie. I told you the other day that he had some family issues, and he was saying, you know, I gotta say, bump that. I'm tired of listening to Uncle Ray and Auntie Riri, and both of them is leading me down the wrong path by me listening to how they used to live their life. And I don't think this applies. That good friend, that good guy friend, they won't say eternally single all his life. He ain't thinking about getting married, but you thinking about getting the advice. Excuse me, my stomach is itching. You think about getting advice from him, because you think he kind of knows it all, and he don't really know it all about your situation. So you just really saying very soon he's just really thinking, okay? So he's getting grounded in there, and then 44 together makes 8. So he's really trying to find harmony and balance in his thought process. He's really trying to get to a deeper knowing. He's used his intuitiveness, his awareness. He's looking at things much wiser. We see the owl there. He's letting things kind of line up as far as spiritually within him. So, you know, he got the number 43. He's getting grounded, and he's getting everything lined up, aligned. That's the Trinity card. Okay, in his mind space, he's got trust. Okay, the clarifier that came out with this was Yang. So right now he's got to trust that divine masculine energy that he's dealing with. When it comes to him trusting the divine feminine, you know, because again, always when I see this, I can't help it, but it looks like a dagger, like he ready. It's like at any moment, I'm just going to kill this idea of being with this divine feminine. And so, he's really got that out there. It's like, you know, if he gets to the point that he really releases this divine masculine energy and power and divinity that's within him, he'll be really able to trust and not be having this kind of situation. I'm going to cover it up. This kind of situation that's going on at the same time. So he's really learning to trust that divine masculine energy as far as, you know, getting it, mastering, I'm hearing. mastering that part of him, which is to really analyze, to be analytical on it and calculated in his moves. And so now it, to me, it's like, okay, I know what the moves, I'm trying to work with that, but at the same time, I'm trying to be free with it, let some of the spirit and this energy kind of guide me. So it, to me, this is like a combustion, so it can create something new out of this. So that's what he's dealing with right now. Also, he, in his mind space, he has separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, I'm going to say that this here is for whoever he is dealing with. He's feeling like it needs, other than the divine feminine, he needs separation from that. It could be a small, I get a little twinge in my thing telling me a fork of road. There, a couple of them say I got to separate from the divine feminine, and I'll tell you why. The reason why he has to do that is because he's got to go heal, and he's got to go deal with some stuff without the distraction of her being there. So he's got to really work at bringing himself being whole before he goes and present himself to the divine feminine. Okay, it's not like, oh, bumpy, I don't want to be with you, you do you and I do me. Like one time my dad told my mom after my grandmother had passed, and you know how when people get hurt after people pass, you know, they kind of go through that phase, you know, like you just really don't want to be close to anybody because you don't know if they going to kick the bucket, transition themselves. I'll say it more spiritually. And so you kind of at that point that you kind of mad. First of all, you're mad that the person is gone, and you kind of start doing things to people around you that you love, and you say things. So I remember my dad said, you know, well, we got into it about something on his end, and he was at the point. Not with me, but I forgot what the circumstances were. Well, anyway, when it came down to it, he was like, well, you know, we could just see each other on the street, and then I could do me, and then you could do you, or something like that. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. So that's the same thing that the Divine Masculine is not in that mindset. It's just like, I just need time apart to kind of get my mind right as to what I want to do next. Yeah, I know. You're like, what? Yeah, that's bad. So anyway, so he knows that. Why? He knows that I call it the Santa Ana winds is on its way. So he know it is time for change. It's coming. It's coming in a very odd way. I mean, this is not the way that you would travel or use a zebra. In some countries that they would do that, but it's really an odd way of getting there. So whatever was coming to him, this wind of change that's about to occur is going to come in a way that's maybe unexpected, that is not the way that he would think. For this, there's going to be this catalyst for this change here. Okay. What's that? Trying to see what is that in the thing now. I'm trying to see if I can get a close-up on that. What is that? Is that a peacock or what is this? What's that right there? Okay, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but that's very interesting what it is. I had to get like a magnifying glass. Okay, why he wants this, these some interesting new cards coming out here. Why he wants this separation is because he wants peace. Now I'm getting that fork of the road. Some of them, again, want this peace. No, it could be a small percentage. This one would be really crazy, but guess what? It's always things like my mom says. Always 10% this like, nah, I don't want it. So this can peace in reverse. So some of them is just like, I don't want no peace in this separation from this person. I'm fine where it is. That whoever it is that they're trying to separate from, that don't make sense. It's got to be with that. I got a little twinge, but I don't know where that would kind of lead us to go. Separation. I'm going to just call it the way it is, and maybe it'll come up. So they want this separation from this person, and let's say that it is this person that's not right for them. And I'm going to talk in my next thing about what's my new way of calling the so-called, what we call karmics. I got a new word that came to me for that. I know I'm going to try my best to reinvent these words here, so we'll stop triggering us to keep us in the cycle. And I'll tell you why. Watch my what does the karmic feminine, I'm not going to call it that, you'll see what it is, thinks about the divine feminine and the divine masculine. But wants peace. I'll just leave it at this for you all, so you know, so it don't mix you all up. So he wants peace from this karmic, and he might also, there go to 10, I feel like I'm on it now, he might also want peace from this divine feminine, just this walk of this understanding of this twin, what you call a twin flame journey, or this unisoul journey that he's on. He kind of wants a little break from it. It's a little heavy. I can understand that. Like one Daniellleboomlle, he'll say that, you know, this ain't, some people say, you know, this is one that you take like the Mission Impossible. You could take on this mission if you want to. It's up to you, you know, if you say yes to the mission. I mean, you know, some of them say this is optional. Some of us say it ain't no option. I don't know where you get that from. To be on this unisoul journey that we're on. So they want peace from it, because it's a lot. It's a lot of triggering. It's a lot of self-reflection. A lot of work. I know even with myself saying, I don't know how the hell I signed up for this. Somebody, I know darn well that the universe, God, or whoever you believe in, Allah or whoever, had to dangle some kind of carrot in front of me to say, okay, if you do this, divine sunshine, we gonna give you this. And like, oh, okay, goody, you know, because I can't believe that I just went down there. Although I've been told several times through spirit and meditation, said that I love the people in the world so much that I wanted to really help them to get better. And I said, yes, okay, I got that part too. But if I got the same kind of energy that I have now, somebody dangled something in front of me, and I was like, okay, word, I'll do it if I'm gonna get that at the end. Okay, I know me, ain't no way, Jose, that I didn't say that in there. So they want the peace. Okay, so again, on this journey, again, the peace from both sides. Okay, some of them that's really saying, I don't want dealing with the karmic, and I don't want to be dealing with the divine feminine either. This whole journey, I just want some peace. So I want a little separation from that. Okay, the thing is, why? Okay, because they feel like they got to really find some really understanding that goes back to that deeper knowing about what is actually going on, okay, within this journey. So they're really on to the why. It's like, why is this happening? You know, I don't really understand who she is, this divine feminine. I don't really understand what's the role of this karmic person in here. I don't understand why these things are happening, why I'm feeling this way. And so they're really saying they need to get the why. Now, this why can be also, I'm scratching my head, is just really from the physical and what's happening in the physical world as well. Just really trying to get an understanding, they grasp of what they purpose and their mission too. And so in order for him to do this, just like a divine masculine is, sometimes they got to retreat and they got to go off and they got to kind of get with themselves. I had a reader one time that told me that, you know, it's like, okay, I was like, I ain't heard about divine masculine, what's going on? And so I think I had told you all in the video. He said you got to pretend just like it's almost like he's walking. You know how you put one foot down, and he said you lift the foot off the ground, and then you put the foot again back on the ground. That's the same thing with your divine masculine. Sometimes when they do that pull away, like you take the foot off the ground, which is him being rooted into the relationship and talking to you and communicating, when you get that pull away from him, when he takes that, it's like he's taking his foot off of the earth, off of into being in a relationship to prepare to make another step to go forward. Okay, and so that's the same thing that he's doing. So even if he pulls back and you don't hear and he don't communicate, that don't mean he don't want to be in it. It's like I got to kind of get myself together to know what's my next step to prepare me to go forward into this relationship. So this is what he's doing with the why. And then we also have with this one, serendipity, which is clarifying the soulmate. Soulmate is in reverse. So he's really feeling like, okay, so the same cards. Things coming together, them faded things coming like luck, coming to lucky things, lucky events, lucky occurrences, lucky situations. This coming events that together that's really showing him, oh my God, I think this really truly is the one. He's getting caught up in his emotions. His emotions is setting him sail off to some place. He doesn't know where it is, where he's going when he's thinking about the soulmate thing. And so especially when we have, which could be the twin flame. Yes, this is your soulmate, which is setting him now he knows that this person is, this divine feminine, is his soulmate. He's seeing a lot of lucky occurrences happening. It's setting him off into like the love boat. Setting him off for adventures and courses in a direction that he is not really familiarized with that. So he's really on the sea of love. Come with me, sea of love. So he's doing that part, and it's really setting him off to adventures, setting forth adventures into his heart, into his emotions, to really kind of explore this thing as far as what is this soulmate entail for him. Overall energies, clear for the divine feminine. Okay, that's shot up. How many? Nope. Thank you. Divine masculine overall. Thank you. Whoa, that came up again. Okay, I thought we got rid of that card. Okay, goddess of wisdom. So right now, in order for you, divine feminine, to have this reconciliation, make this effort, have this playfulness, knowing about the soulmate and everything, face alive, you got to get really, really rooted into your wisdom. Become very wise as far as your decisions. Didn't some of them like that? Because especially when you say you're trying to be fair, balancing out the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies that's within you is going to help you to really. So you got to really kind of, to me, yesterday was the overall surrender you had to do to your intuition and to your awareness. The same thing you've got to do today with the goddess of wisdom, which is to become more wiser into your decisions. Let me look what Athenia is talking about, goddess. And I want to see, does she give me anything? Hello, dear one. It is Athena. I have come through to you today to deliver a specific teaching. It is time for you to begin tapping into this lesson. How to be a warrior for yourself. I am known as the goddess of war. For my ability to use my intellect and wisdom to conquer. It is possible to stand in strength and be a warrior for yourself without using violent means. A strong message with a gentle delivery. Can you begin being a warrior for yourself now? So this is two ways. Now you got to start worrying for this. If you know this is your soulmate, as you say, that you want reconciliation, you want to make forth the effort, you've got to become a warrior now. You got to be a conqueror, come in there with that spirit, like a Diana, with the you deserve love, pointing your arrow in a different direction, and just pulling forth off the course as to where you go. See, like his wisdom is in flight. He's going somewhere. And so really setting forth course for this interunion or this reconciliation that you want with your divine masculine. Divine masculine, you right now, your overall energies is you got fear here. This fear is really the fear factor of everything that's underlining everything that you happening. You know it's very soon, but to me, I feel like when I look at that very soon card, you semi on the fence again. You've been doing a lot of thinking. I done seen this in a lot of reads, especially with Daniellleboomle's reading. I was getting on my nerves. He's thinking, okay, now he got to hold up. Wait a minute. So hold on. He loosey-looing. Say, okay, yay. Next minute he ain't loosey-looing. He going ahead. He going back on the fence. Okay, now wait a second. So we going back and forth with these energies here. And you know definitely what you got to do. But to me, it's like, I don't know if y'all know how to play double dutch. You digging in your potatoes. That's what we used to do. When you got a person say they turning and they going. And you're like, okay, I got it. They're like, in. You got your friends turning, in, girl. In. Okay, well, and you still, I'm coming. Till after a while they drop the thing and say, girl, is you gonna jump in or what? My arms is tired. You know, and they start doing it double-handed and everything like that. So that's the same thing. You doing that divine feminine and the spirit, both of us on one, I'm on one end, the spirit is on the other, and we turn it and we're like, come on. And the angels on the side, we got you. Come on, we count you in. 1, 2, 3. And, you know, you get to the point that sometimes they say, open. And that's when the rope is going and it's got an opening for you and for you to jump right on in, and they trying to help you and give you, and you still, and it's getting on their nerves like, what the heck? So that's the same thing that you doing. You just this fear thing. You right there on the cusp of getting everything that you want, but you got this separation thing. So we're gonna go delve into a little deeper when I look into what's the divine masculine thinking. Okay, enough on that. What does he need? What do you need to surrender? Clear. Divine feminine. What did you need to surrender? Makes sense to me. And what does the divine masculine need to surrender? Thank you. You're the one because you pulled it. Okay. Surrender. Low self-esteem. This is really self-explanatory. You deserve success, love, and abundance. Set an intention to identify and release any remnants of low self-esteem. Your low self-esteem. You want to put forth the effort. This goes with this. Playfulness. Go on with the thing. If you hide in your own self, you really, whatever the divine masculine does, really does not bother you at all. It's just like, okay, I know where I am. I'll be here. You know, once you get yourself together, and you start playing that double dutch and digging in your potatoes and doing all that stuff, I'm still going to be here turning. You know, I'm going to take a rest break. My arms get tired. And me and the spirit, we're going to go right back into turning again. You know, when you ready. Or either I'm going to go in there, like sometimes they get tired. They're like, forget it, girl. I'm going to turn for myself. And they do it some way and they reverse it so they can jump in there themselves. And then they say, okay, now it's your turn. Okay, you ain't in there. I'm going to jump for myself. So, you know, that's at the point that that they are at. Okay, and that's the point you need to get to. Okay, which is self-esteem. You deserve success, love, and all those things. So in the meantime, go check out for that. Surrender to creativity. Let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue and dream or solve a problem. That's what I was thinking. Overall, while you thinking, you got to come up with a creative way of how to get out this situation, how to make yourself more gung-ho, give yourself more motivation. I said, let me be your motivation, like Kelly Rowland was. Go, 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 go. So that part there, you know, you got to figure out something that you're going to kind of trick your mind to say, okay, I could go ahead, I can go ahead and do this. You got to find a creative solution how to get out of this situation, because some of you are divine masculines is in some very tricky situations. It's not impossible for you to get out of it, because it's a saying that in the spirit, I say, and my divine master says back to me in the spirit, which is, you know, I say, some days I say, I think it's kind of impossible for you to get out the thing. And he says, no, I'm possible. It takes the play off with impossible, IMPOSSIBLE. And he said, no, I'm possible. I apostrophe M possible. I'm possible. Now you say impossible and I say I'm possible. It's going to happen. So that kind of thing is you got to be creative, just like I say, playing off with the words there. That's a way of doing it. So you can kind of find your way out the situation. Okay, so you got to be creative, especially with dealing with this fear. You got to talk to it, encourage yourself. You know, in the Lord, you got to do something. Okay, let's look at what does the universe want to say? Clear, short to the point. For the divine feminine. Oh, that's too many, but that looks good, but that's too many. say to Divine Masculine? What is the universe saying to Divine Masculine? Okay. Divine Feminine. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I choose again. I choose love. Interesting. Reflecting what he's saying about fear. So that same thing, when you got low self-esteem, you have fear too. And when I think I surrendered, I surrender more. Okay, good. So you got to surrender these this low self-esteem. I ain't got no problem with my self-esteem. My self-esteem is high. Guess what? Surrender some more on your esteem. Okay, I choose to learn through love. And right, so this creativity, if you choose love in what you're doing and let that be your guide and let that be your way through this situation, it's going to lead you through. It's going to get you through. If you're saying you're thinking about separating right now from this, I'll call it from now, the karmic, or this person that right now you're saying my heart isn't in it, kind of person, or even if it is for those small percentage, say I want to leave the Divine Feminine. Just like I said, I don't want to leave it alone. I want to go off and kind of get myself together, so when I come back, I'll be ready for her. So I don't want to trigger anybody. She said he leaving. That's not what I said. He's going off as like a person. It's just like I got to get my thoughts together before I kind of present myself to her. So this is it. He's choosing to love, and really he's doing this. He's finding love within himself. So it's almost reflected with you about self-esteem. Love and self is finding esteem within self. Okay? So on that, I say until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay elevated. Namaste, Namago.